Are you an anarchist? If not, what's the flag behind you? That's the grindcore band I play in. And I know it's a political flag. I did not know that before, because I don't freaking care. But no, it's not a political statement. It's just the grindcore band I play guitar for and sing. What do you think about Trump's victory? It's interesting that people support rich people taking over. Opinion on water. It's my favorite beverage, but don't tell anybody. Is there any easy black metal song to play on guitar? Quintessence by Darkthrone. It's the most easy song on guitar ever, probably. Except for, have you listened to Static X Cannibal? Maybe that's the easiest guitar song in the world. And the most stupid riff. How different are German dialects? Extremely different. The grammar changes, the vocabulary changes, everything changes. Like, I think a true Bavarian is not able to have a conversation with a true Northern German. They, yeah. I mean, they both know actual German, so they would be able to understand each other, but only with dialect, I think it's impossible. Do you still have the white Stratocaster? Yeah! There's a Durbatuluk sticker on the back. They only come with the cassette. They're still available at Harsh Productions from Indonesia. The shipping is very expensive because they're from Indonesia. I mean, if you are from Indonesia, then it's not expensive. How long did it take for you to learn guitar? 35 years. I'm still not done. Are you a fan of computer games? Do you have any favorites? I don't play games very much. I have a Nintendo Switch with some games. I played Resident Evil a lot, but that's it. Zelda. What do we have here? Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight, holy shit. I bought that game. And I thought, huh? Focus? No. Huh. Hollow Knight. I bought that game because it looked so sweet. I thought, oh, that looks easy and chill. It's not easy and chill. I was so close to sell that game, but then I tried it again and then I became addicted. And I finished the game twice in a row. That's how crazy I was about Hollow Knight. And I'm still waiting for Silksong. Gothic is amazing. I grew up with Gothic 1 and 2, and then there was Gothic 3. I played Risen 1. That's it. But yes, Gothic, I can play Gothic 1 blindfolded, probably. What do you believe makes metal evil, brutal sounding? Don't compress everything too much, first of all. I think it's always good when the rest of the band plays to the drummer instead of playing to a click track. I think that helps a lot. It's details, you know. Will High Gain have a sequel? I wrote a little script for a sequel, but I never got into a story that sounds more interesting than the first one, so I don't know. Thoughts on Metal and Stratocaster? Hey, Andreas Kisser of Sepultura always played Stratocaster, and I like that guy. I love that guy. I don't even use a click track. It's kind of annoying. You should use a click track, at least if you have more than one instrument. How many actual copies of Transylvania Hunger do you actually own? 1. But I have 2 copies of Niles' For Those Whom the Gods Detest. I have that twice, because I'm stupid. And I have 2 copies of Princess Mononoke, but that's a film. When's the best time for you to release an album? Autumn, winter? So far I've released, I think... No, Erzähle Baba Yaga came out 1 week after my birthday. That was summer. And the first album was in December. And I think the EP... You can check that, you know? All the information is on Bandcamp. But to answer the question, I don't know. Whenever the album was ready. By the way, Metal Archives is wrong. First of all, Dubataluk was found in 2006 or 7. I don't know. But who cares? And this was not released in 2020. It was released in 2015. Just for you to know. Okay, Irrecoverably Lost came out on December 13. Aus anderen Augen was August 21st. And Erzähle Baba Yaga was October 14? Oh, I don't remember it like that, but interesting. Yeah, they're probably right. Favorite Sepultura album? Arise. What would you recommend for someone who wants to start composing and recording their first songs? Just start. You have to accept that it will be shit for at least years or months. I don't know how fast you are, but don't be afraid of doing something wrong. Just start. And then you listen to your own stuff and recognize what you did wrong. It's a journey, you know. It's not like, now I'm able to record music or write music. It's a journey. I'm still learning. Everybody's still learning. Except for Dream Theater. I think they don't need to learn anymore. Last album you bought? That's easy to answer. First, I wanted to say the last album I bought is Deathspell Omega Paracletus, but that's not right. The last album I actually bought is this. Saratoga Argotaras. It's a power metal band from Spain. And I bought that album because I like one song. And I don't know the rest of the album. I just know that one song. A Morir. And I want to listen to the rest of it. I bought that the day before yesterday. Wednesday. We can listen to the song. I like that song. It's so cool. What I really like is the vocals and the melody of the vocals. It's not actually, it's not even the riffs or something. I did not listen to the full album yet, so I'm kind of excited already. So power metal, right? I gotta stop before YouTube complains. We shall listen to the chorus immediately because I like the chorus. Isn't that nice? I love that. I like that. I like that. That's cool. Sounds so handmade. It's my stuff. Probably not going to listen to the album before Monday because I only listen to full albums during the week. I don't know why. Can you tell a little how did you learn English? At school, I was one of the worst students when it comes to English. English was the worst. English was the worst. Was the thing I was worst at. And after school. When I left school, I started to watch South Park in English after I was able to... I'm a really big South Park and Simpsons fan. I knew every single episode in German, watched them at least 4 times or whatever, and then I started to watch them in English, and this is how I learned how people actually talk in English. And this is how I learned English. So I learned English with South Park and The Simpsons, a little How I Met Your Mother. And nowadays I don't even need subtitles anymore when I watch films, and that's nice. Depending on the film, you know. My favorite subject at school was math. Of course, I mean, I'm a software developer. How much attention do you pay to lyrics when listening to music? None. And how much time do you spend on them when writing your own? A lot. That's funny, you know? Yeah. I don't want my lyrics to be super silly, but I actually don't care about lyrics of other bands. It's just how it is, I guess. What are your favorite movies? Follow me on Letterboxd. Woo! Wait, I can show you. You can always check. You can always check what I do. You know, you can stalk me on Letterboxd. There you can see what I watched. Release date, news first. Yesterday, for example, I watched Raw and The Incredibles. Yeah. Favorite movies? Probably Mulholland Drive, Castle in the Sky, Solaris, and Banshees of Inisherin. Can I share this profile? It's nothing special, you know. How do you like Ghibli movies? Ghibli movies? I like. Good stuff. You know, there's Ponyo. The Wind Rises. Nausicaa. Castle in the Sky. The greatest soundtrack ever made, maybe. Porco Rosso. They're still, I didn't unpack them. My Neighbor Totoro. Kiki's Delivery Service. I love that film. When I'm feeling down, I have to watch that. Most of them are child's movies, I know that. Spirited Away. Princess Mononoke. And Howl's Moving Castle. Yes, I love good anime films. On the other hand, I freaking hate anime series. I don't know, there's a huge gap for me between anime films and anime series. Series are so bad and boring sometimes. Most of the time. Did you see the original Ghost in the Shell movie? I breathe the original Ghost in the Shell movie. It's the most philosophical anime I've ever seen. And it's amazing how they are able to make us think about our own lives and what human life is worth and what it actually means to be human, and at what point you are not human anymore, or at what point you become human. Ghost in the Shell is a masterpiece. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yeah, I've watched that once and I was very impressed, and I tried to watch it the second time, but I always get a little bored because of how long it is. It seems like there's a lot of unnecessary stuff going on, even though it's just 24 episodes or something. Very, very good series, of course. And Hideaki Anno is a very great director, I think, but I'm not sure if I'll ever go watch it again. You still working out? Yes. I'm 35 now. I go for a walk every other day, and the day in between I do lifting stuff, just a little. Would you ever like to go to Japan? Yes, to get rid of the illusion that Japan is great. A cheap base I can afford. Ibanez base. Wait, let's look for a base for Mr. Electronics. Let's do it now. Guitar base. Base. Okay, you probably care. That's the base you're going to get. I think the Lycanthrope plays that base, or was it the other one? And he's very happy with that. So, there's your base. What do you think of using keyboards in black metal? Not too much, please. Just to lift up certain chords. Like Burzum. Burzum used the keyboard very subtly, and that's nice. Have you seen Pantera live? No. Most bands I see live are grindcore bands, because I play in a grindcore band, and when we play shows, you know, I see a lot of other bands. I don't see metal bands very often. Partisan, yes, I'm planning to go there actually, because I think my Durbatuluk drummer is going to play there anyway, and I'm going to drive with him. What's your favorite Durbatuluk song and why? Hingabe, because I think the songwriting is the best. Or Die Kathedrale des Teufels, for the same reason. What's your favorite Farvann song? Favorite Farvann song? I don't know. Death metal. This is my favorite Farvann song. Because the riff, I think that's one of the best death metal riffs I've ever written. It's a little technical, and I like that. That's my favorite Farvann song. Can you afford living by being in a metal band? Yes, when you play for Metallica or Creator. I think even bands like Destruction and Sodom, they still have to work. So consider that, you know. Creator, yes, you can make a living from that. Destruction and Sodom, no. That's how sad it is. What gave you the idea and inspiration to make High Gain? I just wanted to make something bigger than usual sketch videos. Something that has a story and maybe even things you've never seen on the channel before. And I wanted to challenge myself on how it turns out when I put a lot of work into something. And I took vacation for that. I got off work for 2 weeks. And every day I was just filming High Gain stuff, and the whole thing took 3 months at the end of the day. It's cool. Not many people saw it, not many people watched it, but I'm very proud of it and I like it. It's cool. I even watch it sometimes. It's the only Farvann video I like to watch. What do you think is the reason why you have a good sense of humor? I'm German, I don't have a good sense of humor. Does it come from your parents, friends, or school? To be honest, the reason why I have a good sense of humor, to quote yourself, to quote you, is because I'm so freaking... I'm very sad sometimes, and I'm very disappointed with everything. And the only way to cope with that is humor. And I think that's where it's coming from. And that's the reason why a lot of humor is created, you know? Humor always comes from despair. Mostly. Sounds like depression. No, it's not depression. It's just Weltschmerz. That's the German word for it. Is life to be enjoyed? Of course. Everything else would be a waste of time, literally. Can you be religious and still enjoy black metal? That's a question you can answer yourself. You're the only person who is able to answer that question, you know? Because how am I supposed to tell you if it's correct or not? What's your favorite French black metal band? It's Deathspell Omega, if they count as French. Is Höst by far the best looking frontman in the black metal scene? A lot of women I know actually think so, so it must be right. People, thank you very much for joining the freaking quiz and the freaking stream, and it was very nice to hang out with you again, I gotta say. It's so much fun. I like you. You're good guys. And I would say have a nice weekend. Drink some beers or drink some tea, whatever you like, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.